Welcome to GHT Time. This is Morgan, and this is the General Hospital Daily Review for Thursday, August 13th, 2026. I have a question for you guys. Who's going to be moving? Let's see what our favorite bunch of characters are up to. Yep, you're right. Willow. Willow has a new place to live. Michael's terrible. So Michael confronted Willow right up front. I thought he might hold off or something like that. Because remember, Michael said he had a plan and he and Kai and Trina didn't have to come forward. So his plan was to get an affidavit from those two that what they saw and everything on the night in question. So he confronted Willow with this and he was like, look, they said this and she was like, oh, I can't be trialed again. So what is that going to mean and stuff like that. He was like, it means that you're going to have no custody court don't care about double jeopardy, right? If they know you did something bad, they ain't gonna let you see these kids. So Willow is just having a fit, right? She got fire coming out of her eyes. Because when she first walked in the door, she was like, where the kids at? And I want them right now, and all this other nonsense being a bully like she's been doing. But when Michael confronted her, she was trying to figure out her way out of it, and she realized that she could not get out of it. He was like, "You're gonna lose that little congressional power that you got. You ain't gonna never see these kids." And he was like, "I could have took this stuff straight to the court." He said, "For me, just sitting here talking to you shows you that I'm not as vindictive as you are." Exactly. Michael's a good person, because I'm telling you, I would have took that down there. She would never saw them kids. But okay, he knows that whole thing about pulling the kids back and forth is hurting children. So I'm sure this is why Michael was doing what he doing. But he told Willow, if you want to see these kids, you got to move back into the gatehouse. You don't take no vacations without me. You're going to give me your passport. You can't take them to Washington, which was Michael had a list, right? He going to be watching her. But this is too much work, if you ask me. I wouldn't want to be watching nobody like this. And then on top of that, moving her back into the gatehouse. Ugh, no. So, she don't want to go back to that gatehouse. She was like, no, that's just wrong and stuff like that. Now she got to deal with Quartermaines, right? So it seems like Michael is going to give the kids what they want, but he's actually forcing Willow to do what he wants. I don't know. This is so crazy. I can't believe this is what he came up with. But and honestly, I wouldn't want her there. I'll tell you why. Two things. One, she pow Drew. How you know she ain't gonna try to do that to you? And two, what she did to Michael's baby, right? I'm like Daisy. What she did to Daisy. Daisy can't even live there because she's so not right in her head, right? So this is Michael's plan. This is what he said gonna work. This is how he gonna watch the kids and give the kids what they need to see their mom. He gonna just watch her, right? I don't know how good this is gonna work in the long run, but we'll see what happens with this. But Willow is a mess. She needs some help. That's what he should have said. As part of the agreement, he should have told them that she had to go to some kind of therapy or something, not just her come living in that house. But we'll see what happens to this. So the verdict is in, guys. Oh my. Okay. So people start showing up to the court. Here come Trina. Jordan and Curtis walk in. Trina's going up to her father and like, I can't believe you didn't tell me that your verdict was in. I had to hear from Grandpa. And then Curtis said something that was valid. He said, you want no contact. This is what I'm saying. Make up your mind. You want no contact, you want contact. Tell me, tell me what you need, right? But Trina was like, "No, this is so important. You should have known I wanted to be here for you and stuff like that. Whatever." Then here come Portia and Isaiah, right? And Portia and Isaiah came, and Trina was telling her, I don't want you thinking I'm just one-sided. I just want to be here for my father. And Portia ain't thinking that, right? Anyway. So they all go into the court, and here come the verdict. How many? See, I told y'all yesterday I didn't think Curtis was gonna get charged on none of this, right? I thought they was gonna write it because the way they've been writing the little dialogue stuff, and the way everybody's been getting away with stuff, like Willow been getting away with nonsense. She and pow Jew, she ain't get no time, no nothing. But they gave Curtis time. He got said that he was guilty, which makes sense because there was 100 witnesses in that restaurant, and he got 10 years with 2 years with probation or something like that. He get 2 years if he good behavior and all that kind of good stuff. Curtis' face just dropped. Boy, you should have took that plea agreement. Right? Come on now. He's all confused. He's like, I didn't think this would happen. He was like, I couldn't convince the jury. I thought they would see. What they gonna see? Jordan was right. This is a world-renowned doctor, right? Why would he do this? I don't even understand it. I'm like, why would he do it? Right? Now, I hope that these writers don't come up with some twist at the end and show that Isaiah really did do this, because that would be crazy, right? I could see them doing some nonsense trying to redeem Curtis. But yeah, Curtis going to jail, guys. You guys let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. Do you think 2 years is too much or 10 years is too much? That's a lot of time. But on top of that, Molly was looking at Jordan, she was kind of apologizing with her eyes and stuff like that. Curtis thanked Martin for trying and all this other stuff. But his case was so weak. I don't even understand why he thought he could win this trial. But in his head, he done created this delusion. That's why I said Brooklyn need to come forth and at least tell people, so at least they have that part out in the open and they can get that, separated from this nonsense. But we'll see what happens with this. Marshall and Stella were waiting for the verdict to come in, right? And they were talking. See, I have to say, Stella was 100% on point. Stella was kind of saying, what did they think? They, of course, they wanted Curtis to get off because that's their nephew and son, stuff like that. But Stella knows that if Curtis gets off, it's going to be a hot mess. She already said it. She said, Curtis already said it. He going to be trying to take this Portia to court to get Isaiah out of her life and stuff like that. Out of our baby Dez's life. So, and she sees that this is going to cause more havoc. Marsha was like, that's crazy because Portia is not going to want to get Isaiah out of here. And that's just going to cause more strife. They got 50-50 custody and they're going to be in court fighting for what? Right? So like Stella said, and if you go to court, you're still going to wind up 50-50 custody. So this ain't going to work. So it would be easier if Curtis go to jail for everybody, but they don't want him to go to jail, but it would be better in a way when it comes to the whole custody of baby Dez. But later Portia came in and they were like, well, how did the verdict go? And her eyes just told them, they was like, oh. So they all started hugging and stuff like that. Curtis came in a little later so he could speak to the baby, and he was, holding the baby and talking about, daddy be home soon and stuff. This is what I'm saying. I get it. You don't like Isaiah and everything like that, but you should have been thinking about that baby before you put your hands on this man. That didn't make no sense that Curtis did this. And I don't see him getting out of this. I don't even know what he would do. Well, you know how they do. They be trying to do some little this and that, and then next thing you know, the person served 2 days in jail and then they out. What would you do to get Curtis out of jail? I don't know. I think he's gonna have to do the whole 2 years. But you guys let me know what you think about this. So the aftermath of the trial is Kai and Trina were at the restaurant and they were talking. I am separate from Jordan and Isaiah, but she was saying this was the worst time for her to go non-contact with her father and stuff like that, because she was just like, he needed me and now he's gonna be gone for 2 years and now I gotta spend more time without him and stuff like that. I'm like, Trina, make up your mind. Okay, you said you don't want to be involved in any nonsense. This is more nonsense, so now you want to be involved in the nonsense. Pick a place. I can't take it, right? So Kai was trying to put her at ease, and he was like, no, you did what was good for yourself. Exactly. Thank you, Kai. And it's okay. So anyway, Trina was writing her song and stuff like that, and Kai was like, okay, I'm gonna head on now. I got some work to do. And this is funny too. I don't know what Kai gonna do for work. What work you got to do, Kai? Because you can't keep working for Willow when you done put that affidavit over there. I'm sure she gonna fire him as soon as he walk up in there. You better ask him, Michael, can you get a job over there at Aurora or something like that? Because I'm sure that job is over. But he went off to work and Trina was in the restaurant writing her little song. Here come that stalker person was watching her. So guys, if you haven't seen it already, go check my stalker video, Who's Stalking Trina. I'll attach it to this video, but I don't know. We still don't know. We got to see who this is. But on the other side, at the Metro Court, Isaiah was having a drink. Here comes Jordan walking in. So, Isaiah was like, I'm out. I'm leaving. So he leaves, get ready to leave. And Jordan's like, you don't have to leave because I'm here and stuff like that. But at the end of everything, Jordan gonna tell him, aren't you happy that you got what you wanted? I didn't like the comment that she made, because the thing about it, she was trying to insinuate that he shouldn't have got justice for what happened to him. Like, he should have just let this go. So his hand is all broken up. He can't make he can't do surgeries. His career's done if the whole thing doesn't happen and his hand heals correctly. Curtis only attacked him because he doesn't want him around this baby. And Jordan is acting like he should have just let this go. No, Jordan, that's not how it worked. Because if it was on the other shoe, if Isaiah had did this, you would have been like, Curtis, you need to get this man out of your life and stuff like that. So no, we're not doing that. And Jordan need to go on with herself and cut it out. But we'll see what happens with this. This guy is getting on my nerve. This Hudson, he need to stop it. And he trying to be slick because Jocelyn was over there at the pool, right? And here come Hudson, right? She was trying to get in the pool. I guess she didn't realize it was him. He coming out of the pool. He gonna talk about she was like, you ain't got no pool etiquette. You don't even be looking around to see who's coming in and thing. So he was like, oh good, I see you. Did you make your decision yet? So Jocelyn was like, well, I got your list, but I gotta go through the list. Well, he's like, you need to hurry up and make a choice because the company needs somebody now. So Jocelyn was like, "You need to calm down. Like, I'm not gonna be making this decision at the pool while I'm getting in the pool." He gonna call her a spoiled rich girl, and that this company needs somebody now. He says, "If you don't want to go do it, then just put me in charge until you figure it out." I don't know you. Like, I don't know you. Who are you? Get out of here. So Jocelyn was just like, whatever. She went into her swim and came back out. When she came back out, he's still harassing her, talking about, can you hurry up? So Jocelyn was like, look, you can go and narrow that list down to people that you don't think should be on it, and I will take a look at it again. And he's still pressuring her. She said, you know what? My father taught me a lesson. She was like, don't let nobody pressure you, right? And I'm not going to let nobody pressure me. So go do that, and then I'll tell you what's going on. He going to catch an attitude. Let me tell you something. He up to some shady stuff. He might have, I keep saying, I don't know, Jax might not still be walking around with everybody. He might have did something to Jax so that he can, thinking that Josh is some spoiled rich girl and she just gonna give this company to him. Who knows who this guy is? We already know he kind of shady because what he did to Ethan. So what is going on here? Jocelyn is 100% correct. She's like, I'm going to do this in my time. Thank you, Jocelyn. I think she need to make Jordan the CEO of that company, and then have Valentine look over the nonsense, or Michael. I'm sorry, Michael's a businessman too. Have them both look over this thing. Find Jordan, tell her she's in charge, and call it then. Get this guy out of here because he is shady as all heck. But we'll see what happens with this. Somebody please save us from this Anna storyline, please. Please. Make it make sense. So Anna's over at the table. She's talking to Emma. I'm glad to hear Emma says she's picking she's gonna go to med school, right? So she was like she got to get up her class level so she can get up in there to med school. So it seemed like Emma's gonna follow her mother's path, her mother and father path, and become a doctor. So Anna's listening to her, but kind of listening because she saw Britt walk in and she's just hyper focused on Britt, right? Emma notices and she's like, "You're okay?" And she's like, "No, no, I'm okay." She tried to switch conversation to Emma and Gio. So Emma is voicing her concern about how her and Gio can't spend a lot of time with each other because of his schedule, her schedule, and all this other stuff. So Anna, when she's in her right state of brain, she was trying to tell Emma, y'all got to try to find some compromise and stuff like that because Emma's concerned that they're going to fall apart. Like, they're going to drift apart from each other because of their schedules and everything like that. Emma, come on now. Y'all got to make this work because I'd like to see you and Gio together. So anyway, Anna's telling her there's ways instead of a week away, you could do a weekend and stuff like that. Go see him, go travel with him. So what Anna was telling her was 100% on point. She's trying to tell her how to, maximize her time and they can still spend time together. Over at the other end, Britt talking to Rocco. Rocco is truly getting on my nerve, okay? He's talking about his parents is micromanaging him and he can't take it. And I can't take that they always want to be around me and stuff. I'm gonna tell you something that I know Dante and Lulu will not do it. I would pull so far back from Rocco. I'd be like, I wouldn't even say nothing to him. I'd be like, some food on the table, and that's about as much as I would say to him to show him how grateful you should be that you have parents who want to be involved in your life, right? But he's ungrateful. He's like, I don't like these parents. He only like Britt. So Britt started telling him the situation with her Huntington. So she don't got Huntingtons and stuff like that. And she been avoiding him, trying to give him some space and all that kind of nonsense. He needs to go find what's her name? Scout. Go with Scout. Scout your age. Go hang out with her. Stop with this Britt thing. Later Anna came over to talk to Britt. So here she go, putting her plan in motion because she got the Peter voice in her head telling her that the best thing to do is get rid of Britt. So she told Britt that she would find out information about Cassius, but the only thing is they have to meet face to face and nobody can know that they talking about this. So she gonna try to do something to Britt. And I'm just like, can we please not do this? Can we get Britt something to do with, like, I don't know, anything at the hospital away from Anna? So she had Peter voice, they playing this plot and some stuff. Somebody tell me why Peter. I'm not interested in this. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not. I don't know. You let me know. If you guys are interested in it, let me know down in the comment section. But I feel like this needs to be over. But guys, tell me what was your favorite part about this episode? What was your least favorite part? I love to hear from you always down in the comment section. I don't know. I think my favorite, least favorite part was the whole thing with Michael. He got his comeuppance on Willow, but her living back at that house, I feel like that's a no. But guys, don't forget to leave us some likes, thumbs up, smiley faces, all that good stuff. We love it. And I love to hear from you down in the comment section. You guys keep me going. And also don't forget to hit that bell notification and the like and subscribe because it really helps the channel. And thank you for joining us again at GHT time. Till next time, bye.